Inflation is a silent wealth killer. It's slowly eating away at your money without you even noticing, and if you're not aware of how it works, it could be devastating to your long-term financial security. Now, if you're retired or planning for retirement, this is something you need to understand, especially if you're relying on savings in your IRA or 401k. Inflation doesn't discriminate. It affects everyone, but it can hit retirees the hardest. The truth is, inflation is invisible until it's too late. What $100,000 could buy 10 years ago is now worth less, substantially less. In fact, inflation over the past few decades has quietly devalued the purchasing power of the dollar, and that means the money you've worked hard to save could lose value over time. If your money's sitting in traditional savings accounts or bonds that don't keep up with inflation, you could actually be losing wealth. If you're someone who's worked hard for years, built up a 401k or IRA, and now want to make sure your retirement lasts, you need a strategy to safeguard that wealth from inflation. And that's where gold IRAs come in. Gold is a proven hedge against inflation because, unlike the dollar, it holds its value over time. If you're serious about protecting your wealth, especially in today's unpredictable economy, you should consider why thousands of Americans are turning to gold IRAs. I'll get into why this is the best option, but if you're interested in learning how to get started and why so many are making the switch, click the first link in the description for a free gold IRA guide. It's a must-have for anyone with at least $100,000 in an IRA or 401k, or even $5 million in savings. So, let's look at why inflation matters, and more importantly, how you can stop it from eroding your wealth. For most retirees, inflation means higher costs for everything from groceries to healthcare, but your income doesn't rise with inflation. Your Social Security check or pension stays the same. The result? You're forced to either dip into your savings or live with a lower standard of living. You might be thinking, well, I'll just invest in stocks. But here's the problem. Stocks can be volatile, and when inflation runs high, even stock market returns can outpace the rising costs. During periods of high inflation, markets tend to underperform because companies face higher operating costs, leading to lower profits. So, what's the solution? Gold. While stocks may struggle to keep up, gold tends to thrive in times of inflation. The reason is simple. Gold isn't tied to the performance of the stock market or the value of a single currency. It's a global commodity that holds its value, making it a safe bet when inflation is on the rise. Unlike paper assets, gold's value increases when inflation is high, which helps preserve the purchasing power of your wealth. This is why so many Americans are opening gold IRAs. With a gold IRA, you're able to invest in physical gold while keeping your assets in a tax-deferred account. That means your wealth isn't subject to the volatility of the stock market or the eroding forces of inflation. The best part? If you're worried about paying higher taxes or having to sell your gold to access funds, a gold IRA lets you avoid that while keeping your retirement savings secure. Now, I get it. You might be thinking, gold's expensive, isn't it? Actually, it's more affordable than you think, and it's one of the most reliable assets in times of economic uncertainty. Plus, with a gold IRA, you can gradually build your gold holdings as part of a diversified portfolio. So, if you're looking to protect your wealth against inflation and want to learn why gold IRAs are becoming the go-to strategy for Americans just like you, click the link in the description. It's a free guide that can help you secure your future in the next 2 weeks, if not sooner. Whether you have $100,000 or more in your retirement accounts, or you're fortunate enough to have $5 million or more in savings, a gold IRA could be the best way to protect that money and ensure it retains its value as inflation continues to rise. In conclusion, inflation is a silent wealth killer, but you don't have to be a victim. By acting now and making smart decisions like opening a gold IRA, you can safeguard your retirement from the impact of inflation. If you're ready to take control of your wealth, don't wait. Click the link in the description and get your free gold IRA guide today. This is the smart choice for American retirees who want to protect their savings. Don't let inflation rob you of your wealth.